Hello gang, and welcome back to what is kind of a specialish, yeah, let's go with that, episode of the In-Between series here on Transport Fever 2. Now, if you missed it, yesterday we did a live stream uplifting and reworking and rebuilding the ship and the rail freight port down here outside of Stroud, basically to increase its ability to take on more surplus, more trains, and more shipping and so on and so forth, because it was getting really bunched up, really tight, trains having to wait and crossing over, and it was just a complete mess. So we reworked it, increased its ability to take on more capacity, and now we're going to do something a little bit special today where we're going to decorate it, right? So I don't know how long this episode's going to go for. We're going to do it in a time-lapsey style, and we're going to have a look at it right now, how it is, and then we can have a look at it at the end and go through, and you can see what you like, and then we'll finish maybe with a track ride. How does that sound? Just because we always finish with a track ride, all right? So going forward, I'll just explain a couple of things what we're probably going to do. I need to retain up all these tracks going around here around the water's edge, right? For the port itself, the keyway system itself, and up along here. Down along here, along these concrete blocks, I'm not going to do too much with the concrete blocks. What I am going to do is add some steel posts on the corners and in between all of the joins. You can see there where my mouse is actually highlighting these blocks. We're going to add some steel joinery in between those. I'm just going to bring up this. We are making all right money. Ooh, the 412 2 Classic. Nice. Yes, in between here, we're going to put some steel joineries in. I'm going to put... much like we did in the stream, I'll put in the plant work in here. I'll probably fluff out the landscape just out here to make that look a little bit more positive. And then we'll go through, we'll add in some construction site sort of stuff. We'll add in some vehicles. We'll make the place look busy, make it look like it's actually going forward. And then one thing I have to do, which I haven't added back in, is I haven't added back in the tram depot yard, which we might incorporate down in here somehow as well, because then it can just travel out along that way. So having the tram depot yard in here will benefit everything going forward also. So that's what we're going to get up to today. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. I kind of want to retain this a little bit better as well. A lot of things to try and get through today. So I think first things first, we'll have a last minute look at how it is like this. It did come up well. I did redo the bridges in the stream yesterday. Like I said, you can go and check all of that out on the stream. I'll leave it in a link in the description below, and you can go and check that out for yourselves. All right, let's get started. Okay, gang, so we've done a little bit today. It's not everything I wanted to do, but I think that's going to do us for the time being, and it's going to be a progress as we go through the ages. We're going to add a little bit more and more because I've noticed that I'm missing a few assets that I really wanted, i.e. I want to try and get some trams to sit down in the tram workshop down in here, which will be quite handy. But the tram yard came up how I kind of wanted it to anyway. It just needs a few more fluffed out bits of decoration, maybe another building or so, and then yeah, put the trams in into the garage here, make it look like a workshop, like there's trams being worked on. So that's kind of what I want there, and I really wanted the tram yard to be right next to the rail as the trains came rattling through around here, and I think that's really important we did that. I wanted a coal sort of basically mountain. I know it's probably not realistic, but I wanted it there, and I wanted this hopper thing here, and then I obviously put in some sidings here just to make it look like, you know, it's just there in case we need it, basically. And that'll probably stay there even when we get through the ages. I'm not probably going to get rid of that, or it might get repurposed and rehashed into a building later on. Like, it can go through that. Look at that up the back there. We did all, obviously, the plant work in the gardens and reinforced it with the steel beams into the walls, right, into the joineries of the walls. Look at that. That's a great shot, by the way. I only get a shot of that. I'll get a shot later. But yeah, you can see it's come up nicely. Down here, really happy with how this retaining wall's come in down here. Actually, super happy with that. I thought about, I'm just going to chuck in a little bit of plant life down in here, which is in turn going to help that out. If we get our, this one's the best one down in here, because I can actually get the bush I want, or I can actually get these kind of trees anyway. I don't want that one. No, don't have to have that big. Yeah, you know what I mean? And you can kind of just sort of What you go for in these, you go for the dirt and the tree look, and it gives you a bit of a how do I want to say it? Gives you a bit of like weedy, gravelly kind of look is what I'm sort of going there. But the greenery does help break up just all the brown you've got going on as well. Maybe we need some retaining here, definitely on that cliff face, or I could just knock some of that back just a touch over there, which I might do later on. But all in all, pretty happy with that retaining wall just there so far, and obviously I want to do some stuff down in here to clean that up. Obviously we're putting in the construction site, and I'll beef up the construction site as we go through the ages, because I've got more vehicles and stuff I can add there that make it look a lot better. I want to get in down here some car park situation stuff, so we're going to have like a logistics building, administrative building down here eventually, which is going to have a car park. And then obviously, yes, I've retained down here as well, which came up not too bad. Wasn't very happy with this one because it got the joining, it splats out the joins in it, which it's okay. It'll do from a distance. It's okay. It's serving the purpose that we need it to do, which is retaining that track from the water. Right, all in all, pretty happy down there. I will be throwing in something down in here as well. I'm thinking about, and I'm in two minds, that's why we haven't done it yet, is this road I took out, putting that road back in, extending it out here somehow, and getting in some kind of like marina per se, because the plan and thought was to move this Stroud Port here for the passengers up around this end near the lighthouse, and making it a bit of a tourist step-off location sort of attraction thing, and keeping all the port stuff pretty much hand in hand, and then extending a road up here so that we can send some buses down to link up with the train service, right? So that's kind of the thought process going forward that I left off at last stream as well. But yeah, you can let me know what you think down below. It looks like we haven't done much because there's still a lot of brown going on. But when you think about it, like that retaining there looks so much better. Really just much happier with that. Obviously we can chuck in more construction site, and the big job down in here really took place. Oh yeah, the last thing here, we retained up this. This came up really well. This brickwork here, this old dusty muddy style looking brickwork, looks really good, and you can really blend it in and get some cool stuff. And the cool thing with brickwork, right, as opposed to using blockwork, sorry, noisy trains. Look at that, train on top of train. Oh, and another train. It's just train heaven down here. We'll do one of these track rides shortly. Yeah, so just zoom out of that, it's noisy. So you can see a brickwork opposed to blockwork, you can actually get better angles with bricks, because when you think about it, bricks, you can do all these like nice little turns, angled turns and so forth down here. And it doesn't matter that the dirt runs down in behind there. It's meant to be as a retaining wall. It means it retains any fell that comes down and getting onto the track. So you got to remember that as well. Look at that. It's a tight hug through there, but look, it doesn't hit, doesn't clip, and it's all good. That is pinpoint perfect. Oh, yes. Look at this. It's train central down here. That's what you want to see. So yeah, you can let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. We're going to be doing more of these going forward. So we'll do the live streams where we're going to put stuff together and build stuff. So next live stream, for those interested, we've got to get over here to Huntsman and really do a lot of work in and around this line here between Fossil and Huntsman, and really dress it up and make it look like a thing, and vice versa. We've got to get Fossil's port looking like an actual port now that we've got a lot of stuff going on over here. We do have a decorative episode coming up down here outside of Rift. We've got a lot of work to do between Rift and the actual, this is the actual rail depot yard that we've got going on to supply the lowlands, right? This is what I classify as the lowlands down in here. So that's coming up at some point too in the future, whether or not we do some on stream and then I do a lot like we did today. But yeah, you can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That's the look I was going for, those trains rattling past that yard there. Look at this, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It looks busy. It looks like we've got stuff going on now. It looks like we're smoked out, and that's what we're after. Okay, So, track ride, let's get on. Let's pick a... I do like to run down to Duke in here. I know we do it on the stream a lot. I do really like it. Somewhere where we're pulling back in here just so we can get the full view of it. And I think what we'll do... Which one are you? Oh, you're the Duke and Stroud trade train. I'll have a look at your line for a second. Do you actually swing... Oh, you swing through the new freight yard. Yes. Okay. We're definitely getting on you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Would you like to see more of these episodes? Because I enjoy just pinning myself down and doing some decorative stuff. Enjoy this track ride along, and I'll see you guys very soon for some more fun and games. Stay safe. Stay glued to your screen. Get out of here.